Turning to page 146, today we're going to be looking at nouns can be complements. Nouns can be complements. So let's look at the rules together briefly. It says this: in addition to the subject and verb, many sentences have a third basic part called a complement. Now, I want you to understand this. A complement can be what we will learn to be a predicate nominative, or a direct object, or an indirect object, or anything that's used as a noun that is not in a prepositional phrase is referred to as a complement. Okay, so again, predicate nominatives, direct objects, indirect objects. So those are complements. Now today it says this: a complement is a sentence completer. It completes the meaning begun by the subject and the verb. Some subjects and verbs are complete without other parts. So sometimes you will have a sentence without a complement, but then sometimes you will have a sentence with a complement. Okay? Look at the example. The lion roared. Well, if we look at our verb, what would our verb be in that very short sentence? The lion roared.
Roared.
Roared. Good, Olivia. So roared's our verb. Who or what roared?
Lion.
Lion. Lion is our subject. Now, can we say lion roared? Who or what? Does anything follow that? No. So there's no complement. Okay? But let's look at the next example. The sailor raised the sail. Raise is going to be our verb. Sailor is going to be our subject. Can we say sailor raised who or what? What would that word? What word would we fill in there? Sail. Good. Yes, sailor raised sail. So sail there is going to be our complement. Okay, it's going to be our complement. To find the complement, find your verb first, then locate your subject, and then put your verb and your subject together and ask who or what after it to find your complement. Okay. Now keep in mind, complements cannot be in prepositional phrases. They cannot be in prepositional phrases. So make sure you're not looking at a prepositional phrase when you see that. Okay, now let's look at some of these together. So if you go ahead and look at number 1, I want everybody to underline your verb twice in number 1. Underline your verb twice in number 1. Okay, now who can tell me what is my verb in number 1? Okay, Seth?
Parked.
Parked. Good. So I'm going to underline parked twice. Now, who or what parked?
Dad.
Lexi. Dad, right. Dad is our subject. Dad is our subject. Parked is our verb. Now, can we say Dad parked who or what?
Yeah.
What would the word be?
Car.
Car. Good. Now, car here is going to be our complement, so we're going to circle it. And if we're going to be more specific, because parked is an action verb, car would be what we call a direct object. Okay? Now, in the shade is a prepositional phrase. And remember, you cannot have a complement in a prepositional phrase. So oftentimes when I see prepositional phrases, I put parentheses around them. And that helps me to say, okay, don't have to worry about those words because my complement's not there. Okay? All right, let's look at number 2. Mr. Schwartz is my science teacher. Now, who can tell me what is my verb? Okay, Olivia, I saw your hand first. Is. Good. So let's underline it twice. Who or what is to find our subject?
Mr. Dude.
Good. The dude, yes. Mr. Schwartz is correct. So we're going to underline his name once. Okay? Now, can we say Mr. Schwartz is who or what?
Yes.
Okay, Seth, what would the word be?
Teacher.
He's teacher. Right. So we're going to circle teacher as our complement. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Look at the difference. Is a linking verb here. And because is a linking verb, teacher then is going to be a predicate nominative. Now, I'm going over this now because that's going to be our lesson here in the next few days. Okay? Keep in mind that predicate nominatives always... Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, it knocked me out. I think. No, we're still going. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties, yes. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, is a linking verb. Any complement that follows a linking verb is going to be a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. Any complement following an action verb is going to be a direct object or indirect object. That is the rule, or rules, okay, that I just gave you. If you know those rules, that's going to help you out, okay? So let me say it one more time. If you have a complement that follows a linking verb, it's either going to be a predicate nominative if it's a noun, or a predicate adjective if it's an adjective. If you have an action verb and you have complements following an action verb, it's either going to be a direct object or an indirect object. okay? And we're going to look at this clearly throughout this week and next week. Yes, Seth?
When are we gonna like relearn the prepositions?
Well, we'll get to that section. It'll be a little bit later on, but we are going to get to that section. All right, let's look at number 3 here. The artist is painting a sunset. Now raise your hand if you can tell me where the verb's at. Okay, Noah.
Painting. Is painting.
Okay, is painting, right? So we're going to underline is painting. Who or what is painting?
Artist.
Yes, artist is our subject. Artist is painting what? Lexi?
Sunset.
Sunset, right. So we're going to circle sunset. Now, is painting is our verb. Now, notice is a helping verb here. It's not a linking verb. Is painting, okay? So is painting is a verb. Painting is going to be the action verb that comes off that verb phrase of that helping verb is. So since we know that, we know automatically this is going to be a direct object. Okay? Now, they didn't ask you to put this in, but I'm just trying to show you right now how you would think if you see these complements. Okay? Lexi?
Would you underline the artist?
Okay, no, just artist. Because that is an adjective, so we don't underline it as our subject. Okay? All right. All right, look at number 4.
My leg here hurts really bad.
Okay, can you just stay with me right now, and then I promise we'll let you look at it, and we'll see about it here in just a moment. So stay with me. All right, let's go on to number 4. Who can tell me what's my verb in number 4? What's my verb in number 4? Sadie? Is, right. So go ahead and underline is. Okay, who or what is to find our subject? Okay, Kinsey? February, good. February is what, Elias? Month, good. Month. So month's going to be our complement. Now, in the fact that it is our complement, because it follows a linking verb, can anyone tell me what complement it is? Okay, Seth?
Predicate nominative.
Very good.
Adjective.
It's a predicate nominative, right, because it's a noun, so we know this is going to be a predicate nominative, right? Okay? All right, let's look at number 5. The strong wind capsized the toy boat. So, Olivia, what's my verb? Good. It's the verb doing something there. So, yes, it's an action verb. Who or what capsized, Troy? What's my subject?
Wind.
Wind. Excellent. Now, wind capsized what, Lexi?
Toy, boat,
Just?
toy, boat.
Just boat, right. So, we're going to circle boat as our complement. Okay, and that's all you have to do now is just find your verb, underline it twice, find your subject, underline it once, and then circle your complement. Let's do one more, and then I'm going to let you do 7 through 12. Yes, Sadie? Yes, absolutely. Okay, Sadie, what's my verb in number 6? Is. Good. So underline is twice. And then who or what is? To find our subject. Good. Breakfast, right. And breakfast is what? Let's find our complement. Breakfast is? Meal. Good. Yes, so meal is going to be circled as our complement. Very good. All right, so that's what I want you to do. Now, again, you don't have to put direct object predicate nominative in. That was just an extra thing for you to think about. But I want you from 7 through 12, go ahead and underline your verb twice and then your subject once and circle your complement. And remember, your complement cannot be in a prepositional phrase. So go ahead and do 7 through 12 for me. Okay, now, if you finish 7 through 12, I want you to go ahead and to the next page. And we're going to be looking at nouns as predicate nominatives. Okay, nouns as predicate nominatives. So I'm going to briefly read the rule to you in blue. Okay, there at the top. And it says this: a predicate nominative is a noun or a pronoun that follows a linking verb and renames or explains the subject. This noun or pronoun means the same thing or person on the subject. It means the same thing or person on the subject. Look at the example. Jacob is a boy. Now, is going to be my linking verb. Jacob is going to be my subject. Jacob is what, class? Boy, right. Now, can you say Jacob equals boy? Absolutely, because Jacob is the boy, right? So Jacob equals boy. So anytime you have a subject and a predicate nominative, if you can put the word equals in there, and if the subject and the predicate nominative equal each other, then you know that it's a predicate nominative and you know your answer is correct, okay? All right, now, I want you can look at the other examples given here on your time, but since we're running out of time, we're going to go down and we're going to look at our linking verb list. So I would like for you to read this list with me, okay? So let me blow it up here on screen, and of course you'll see it in your book. And we're going to read this list together as just a quick review. Ready? Class, begin. Am, is, are, was, were, be, been, taste, feel, smell, sound, look, appear, become, seem, grow, remain, stay. Okay? Let's do it one more time. Ready? Am, is, are, was, were, be, been, taste, feel, smell, sound, look, appear, become, see, grow, remain, stay. Very good. All right, now let's look at the next page. And here's what they want us to do. And this is going to be our work for the day, and whatever we don't finish is for homework tonight. But it says this: underline each linking verb twice. Now remember, we're only dealing with predicate nominatives right now. So the verbs that you're looking for right now is going to be in that list we just read through twice. Okay? Those are the verbs you're looking for today. Am, is, are, was, were, taste, feel, smell, sound, look, appear, become, seem, grow, remain, stay. Those are the verbs you're looking for today in these exercises, because those are linking verbs that we know that must be in the sentence in order for the predicate nominative to follow it. Okay? So we're going to do these together, and what they want us to do: underline our linking verbs twice, underline our subjects once, then we put our subject and verb together, ask who or what after the subject and verb to find our predicate nominative. Okay? And then once we find our predicate nominative, this is how you can tell if your answer is correct. If you take your subject and put the word equals in the verb place, and then you have the predicate nominative equals the subject, then you know that you're correct. Okay, and you know you have the right words. All right? Okay, I'll show you. All right, let's look at number 1. Mr. Spiel became a citizen yesterday. So let's start over here. Olivia Martin, what's my verb in number 1? Became. Very good. And Olivia, who or what became? Right, Mr. Spiel. So we have Mr. Spiel as our subject, became as our verb. Now, Olivia, Mr. Spiel became who or what? Good. So we're going to, of course, circle the predicate nominative citizen, and we're going to check our answer. Okay, here's how we check our answer. Can we say Mr. Spiel equals citizen? Are they the same person?
Yes.
Yes. So we know that our answer is correct, okay? All right, Landon, I want you to do number 2 for me. The Minutemen were brave soldiers. What's my verb? Good, were. And you ask yourself, who or what word to find our subject? Who or what were? Good, Minutemen. Minutemen is our subject, were is our verb. Now, Landon, Minutemen were who or what? No? They were soldiers, right. Now, if you had circled brave, we can't say Minutemen equals brave, can we? But we can say Minutemen equals soldiers, right? The same people. So we know that soldiers would be the correct answer. Okay, Elias, help me out with number 3. What's my verb? And we have a verb phrase here. So what's my verb phrase in number 3?
Have been.
Good. Have been is correct. And who or what have been to find your subject?
Boys.
Good. Boys. Now, boys is going to be underlined once. Now, Elias, boys have been who or what?
Players.
Players. Good. And we're going to circle players as our predicate nominative. And then we're going to ask ourselves, does boys equal players?
Yes.
So we know our answer is correct. Okay, Aaron, look at number 4. Lake Victoria is the source of the Nile River. So what's my verb here? Is. Very good. And who or what is?
Lake.
Okay, the whole name would be Lake Victoria, right? So now we know. Now, I don't want you to get tripped up on this, because Lake Victoria is who or what. And remember, we can have a complement, like a predicate nominative, in a prepositional phrase. So of the Nile River is a prepositional phrase, so we know we cannot have a predicate nominative there. So therefore, Lake Victoria is what, Aaron?
Source.
Good. Yes, it is source. So we're going to circle source there as our predicate nominative. Correct. All right, Wyatt, let's do the next one. What's my verb in the next sentence? Was. Good. We have this German composer, Felix Mendelssohn. So what's my subject?
Felix Mendelssohn.
Good. So we're going to underline that. And, of course, Felix Mendelssohn was what?
Composer.
Good. And we're going to circle composer as our predicate nominative. Now, Wyatt, can we say Felix Mendelssohn equals composer?
Yes.
We can. So we know our answer is right. Okay, Seth, what's our verb in the next sentence?
Became.
Good. We're going to underline it twice. Who or what became?
George H.W. Bush.
Good. So we're going to underline his full name, which is a compound noun. And he became what?
President.
Good. We're going to circle president. Now, can we say president equals or George W. Bush, H.W. Bush equals president?
Yes.
Yes, we can. So we know that that is correct. Okay. And my stylus just broke, so I won't be able to use my pen right now on screen. Okay, but we would circle president. Okay, circle president, and that would be your complement. Okay. Now here's what I would like for you to do. Go ahead and finish this page. Okay, finish this page, which means this. Wait just a second. Okay, I need you to finish questions 7 through 16. Okay, and then I do want you to write 2 sentences using a good subject, linking verb, and predicate nominative. And also, let me say this. Let me mention this. You can have compound predicate nominatives. Sometimes you may have more than one predicate nominative. Okay? So keep in mind that oftentimes you may see that, and we'll talk more about that. But if you see that in today's lesson, you can circle 2 complements, which would be predicate nominatives if you see them, just in case you do. Okay? All right. Now, those of you at home, finish this page for me today, and I hope you have a great day.